Woo!
Hey everybody, welcome. We have a live studio audience here in Zoom, and hello to everybody watching on Facebook Live and on YouTube.
Amazing.
Saturday night.
Yeah.
Dadurday Night.
Saturday night.
That's right.
And we have such a great show here lined up. You just heard about it a little bit.
Yeah, you did.
Amazing intro. Like really.
Yeah.
You know what I'm excited about? I'm excited about the musical guest, folklore.
Yes.
Yeah.
How many comedy shows, obviously on Zoom and such, have a musical guest?
Not many.
Very rare.
3. Let's name them all.
I mean, I know we're excited to be here.
Yeah.
We would normally perform every week, and we took a few weeks off for the holidays, and this is our first show back and our first show of 2021. So very excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're Parallelogramophonograph from Austin, Texas, y'all. And we're 15 years old as a group, and we've done over 700 shows. We lost count, but it's somewhere up there. And I said more than. And we're gonna improvise a one-act play for y'all.
Yeah, we're just gonna start out the show, bam, right into a one-act play.
Bam.
So it's gonna be about 25 to 30 minutes is what we're shooting for. I feel like I should tell them that so they can.
Yeah, no, that's reasonable. Thank you.
You could plan their bathroom breaks accordingly.
So their brains can be like, expectations met or set. It's important for neurology. Okay. Yeah, let's do this.
All right.
So we will, we're looking for a suggestion to inspire us. We'd like a suggestion of, are we going to look, so already, we're going to ask for something specific, but do we need to also look at Facebook and YouTube?
We'll
just take it from the Zoom. There's a Zoom chat going on for those.
But if you're on Facebook, go ahead, type your heart out.
you might say something that matches up.
Type loud enough, we might.
We'd like different historical periods, right? Is that what we?
Yeah, let's do that. Give us a historical period. Middle Ages, colonial era, Renaissance, Cold War, Civil War, 2021. No, thank you.
Discovering smelting iron. Lamp time. Wow, this is amazing. Pirate times.
When was that? When was Pirate Times? Anybody have a year on that?
Like 1998 when I got Napster. I think that was.
Yeah, it's the LimeWire Chronicles.
Witch Trials, Bronze Age.
Y2K. Oh man, remember 1999?
Time. Witch Trials is always fun. Y'all see any that you're inspired by?
Yeah, I mean, Witch Trials always
Witch
a good.
Trials.
Yeah, we
always a good one.
Do some witchy stuff.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm into that. Sweet. I guess we're gonna turn our cameras off, and then you're gonna see a one-act play about witchy times. Witchy trial times.
Wait. Can Kareem share his sound so that?
No.
Oh, you think that
No,
I can
can't.
do it? Okay. Okay.
Oh, hello, Goody Anders.
Oh.
Hello to you.
Yes, Goody Smith. Let me come out of this cloud.
Yes, you have a dark aura about you. Ah, yes. There have been strange weather phenomena lately. Have you not seen them, Goody Anders?
Oh, I suppose I sometimes notice them, Goody Smith, but I'm looking at your beautiful bright eyes right now, and that is everything I need to know about the weather. It looks sunny, calm, and bright.
Oh, goody Anders, you flatter me. It's almost as if you were putting a spell on me, bewitching me with your charms.
Oh, Goody Smith, I don't know why you would use such words. I'm just a widow, just freshly moved to this town,
Yes.
looking to rebuild.
Yes, it is so tragic to have lost your husband at such a young age. How did he die again?
Oh, as many die, trampled by animals.
Oh, yes. Wild boars, I believe it was. I
Mhm.
heard someone say.
No, they were right.
Oh,
What brings you out to the field? A walk for your health?
to gather a few fragrant herbs for tonight's dinner.
Oh, very smart. Must be a very good wife and mother.
Well, I do try, as is my duty,
Mm-hmm.
given from the Lord and given unto my husband and my
Oh,
children.
I see you working hard every day, Goody Smith,
Yes.
and looking very sharp while doing it. Not a
Oh,
single stain on your blouse, pinafore, or apron.
no, none of my layers. I keep them all spick and span, even though in fact some of the layers are designed expressly to protect other layers. I protect them as well.
Hmm. Yes, a certain kind of purity.
Well, Puritans, you know, it's not just a name.
Good, Goody Smith. Good,
Oh yes,
good
yes,
evening. Good afternoon. Good
yeah,
morrow. Good day.
yes, yes, Goodman Brickers.
Yeah, it's me, Goodman Brickers. Um, presume I don't want to presume, but you must be Goody Anders, as I have never seen you before, and there is talk in town of someone new to town named Goody Anders, and here I am seeing you in conversation with Goody Smith, and therefore I assume that you indeed are probably the lady Goody Anders. Is that supposition factual, or have I made a fool of myself?
Your supposition is factual.
And
You
she
look
is,
sweaty. You look sweaty and worn out, sir. Would you like to sit on the ground for a moment? We can.
I, I
I'm
do.
sure.
I do graciously accept your hospitality. For I am sweaty and tired. I came to deliver Goody Smith a ration of bacon, as is my custom on Fridays.
Yes,
Today being Friday. Uh,
Goodman Brickers, you being the town butcher, of course you would deliver such bacon to me. And I do bid you to stay here and rest a moment with Goody Anders, because she is indeed a refreshment. Simply to be in her company will restore any good humors that you may have drained from your person. Thank you for the bacon, Goodman Brickers, and I'm sure my husband will appreciate it very fondly.
Oh, a man who doesn't like meat. Never heard of one. A good day.
You must forgive me, Goody Anders, that I brought you no bacon, for I did not know you would be here, nor what you looked like, nor had I met you, and I would not wish to presume that you would even accept bacon from a stranger such as myself. Although I hope soon, in my most fervent heart, that we are strangers no longer. That is my wish for today.
Goodman grinders?
Brickers?
Brickers.
Goodman Brickers the butcher.
Brickers the butcher. What a tongue twister. No, if I must confess, I don't quite like the taste of pig.
Well, then I shall endeavor to never bring you some.
Hmm. But I would like to know what is a nice and safe walking path that leads close by the woods?
Oh, well, you can't miss the walking paths, for you'll find that the ground where they are has been worn down more so than the other ground. The grass that grows near the woods is quite lush, and the path that skirts the edge of the woods is in fact quite worn down as people do walk that path. And
Yes.
also, it's just along the edge of the woods. So if you go to the edge of the woods, you're sure to find the path. Also, there are several stone markers for people who may have gotten distracted.
Yes.
Um,
Well, thank you for the kind welcome and the very nice advice.
you come at an auspicious time for the town. Goody
Town,
Andrews.
the town.
Yes.
Yes.
For we just received word that Witchfinder Vile will be coming through town, and we're preparing a meal for him. If you are quite settled in, this evening the festivities will begin.
So you have a witch finder who comes to town yearly and
Oh,
have a feast for him? Or
if we're lucky, he comes through town yearly. It's
I've heard of him.
one of our proudest traditions. No witches found in this here town. So every year he comes, we have a celebration and a feast, and the kids run about, and then and then he leaves.
Abel Vile. I know the man's name.
Well, I won't presume to keep your attention any longer, Goody Anders. I hope and pray to see you tonight, and it was a pleasure to meet you. And
Would you mind saying the name of the town that we live in?
sure,
Goodman Strickers, the
yeah,
butcher.
it's an odd question, but it's Chesterville, Goody Anders. Put your chest out high, for you live in Chesterville, is an informal slogan that some of us like to use.
Very well.
Good
I'll
day.
perhaps stitch that onto a bit of cloth.
That's a
Leave
great
that-
idea.
Ladies and gentlemen of Chesterville, it is once again my esteemed honor, no privilege, to see you once again. I do thank you for putting together this wonderful meal for me, Abel Vile, both in name, but not in nature, right? Sorry again about your barn. Would have thought you would have patched it up since I was last here, but not all towns are as fastidious as others. Still, you are my friends, and I am here once again to make sure that the good town of Chesterville is witch-free. So sorry, the delicious meat of questionable origin that the butcher has given me is returning to the feast, as it were. Good lady, I do not remember you from the last time I visited. My name is Abel Vile. Abel in name, not vile in nature.
Oh, where are my manners, Witchfinder? This is Goody Anders, newly arrived to Chesterville.
Well,
Oh, Mr. Vile. Goodman Vile.
Yeah, you may call me Abel if you would like.
Yes, I've met you before. Do you not remember?
Oh, I'm embarrassed to admit that I do not. You see, I travel to many, many towns, near and far, far and wide. Where may we have crossed paths before?
In Maryville?
No, I'm afraid I don't remember that.
In Peterstown? In Counterton?
Well, Counterton was the...
In Phillips Township?
Phillips Township.
In good little New York, just north of New York?
Good little New York, just north of New York, south of bad New York.
Southen, Northen,
Southen?
Weston, and Easton.
Goody Smith, Goody Smith.
Yes, Goodman Brickers.
Are not all these townships that Goody Anders names places in which Abel Vile held his most famous witch trials?
Yes, yes. That is why they did recall a ringing in my head as if a bell were being rung.
You look familiar now that you've mentioned all of these places I've been, and though my mind is sometimes clouded by the weariness of travel, one does not often
Miss
forget a
Bruce.
witch.
Point.
Goodman Brickers, Goodman Brickers.
Goodman.
Does it
Yes.
not seem strange that Goody Anders has traveled and been in so many towns in which you would encounter him? I myself have only been to 2 other towns than Chesterville.
I have been to none. Besides Chesterville, of course. I've been to one town, Chesterville.
Yes, yes, of course.
It
I
does
did-
seem odd. Perhaps she is an admirer of Abel Vile's work and follows him from town to town.
I
Perhaps.
am an admirer of Abel Vile's work.
Ah,
I must endeavor.
Ladies and gentlemen of Chesterville, I regret to inform you that your 35-year no witch streak has come to an abrupt end.
what?
This new woman that walks upon you is not mere mortal, not mere woman. She is an evil one, a bewitched one, a witch that bewitched. Tex, you have a problem? Tex looked very surprised.
Dumbfounded is all.
He's a
Goody-
witch.
Goody Anders, Goody Anders. Is it true what the Witchfinder Vile says? Are you indeed a witch?
No,
Please,
of course. Of course not.
Oh,
I look like a witch. Look into my eyes with your beautiful blue
I
eyes.
must gather my things and prepare for a trial immediately. This meal is over. I'm only going to take 2 desserts.
Goody Anders, please, you needn't hide any truths from me. I am your good and true friend. If you are a witch, please tell me, because I must confess, though it is not godly, I wish to be a witch as well.
I feel I knew your heart already, Goody Smith. Or should I call you Samantha?
Shall that be my name upon which you call me, sister?
Hmm.
And by what name shall I call you? Amelia?
Yes, whatever comes to your mind and feels like a good fit.
Amelia, then, it shall be.
Hmm.
Sister, my sister of the moon.
And can we help you with something?
Most interesting meeting, I would say. An actual witch here in Chesterville?
I am no witch.
I would expect to be terrified, but I'm excited.
I feel as though I should say to all of you who remain here in the barn that it is Abel Vile that you should fear. Have you seen the reports from town to town of the number of homes burned, cattle let loose, crops that have gone to rot due to what he has done and what he has said?
Perhaps he is the witch.
He'd be a warlock. I know no one likes that. Okay.
Goody Anders, you have faced this man many a time and you've always escaped.
You've already deduced this?
Well, I have put together the pieces of what has transpired. All the cities in which you have met him before have all been cities with great trials.
Hmm.
Therefore, I must assume that you were there. Am I not right?
Meet me outside under the moonlight, 2 days' time.
Yes, with no clothes and hair undone.
And if you'd like, I
And the
don't.
blood of a goat smeared upon my naked breasts.
I welcome you to dress as you're comfortable.
Yes,
Goody
yes.
Smith, Samantha. Though I would say I strictly don't always go out in the nude. It's a rumor about witches.
Yes, Aroma. I shall see you under the full moon in 2 days' time.
Sir, Abel Vile.
It's
Sorry if I'm a bother to you, sir. I just
not a bother. I just have many preparations to do, a lot to get through.
well, it was that which I wish to speak to you about, sir.
Yes.
First of all, I
Yes,
made
yes.
I made so bold as to bring you a bit of bacon. So
Give it, put it in my hand. Give it. You know what? Just
very well. Also,
from now on, you must announce your presence by bringing meat, so that I will know you are the butcher and not someone else, because you look remarkably like the one who's Texan.
no, the
Too much? I'll
person
take it back. Forget I said it. Just feed me again.
the person in the hat is always wearing the hat, and I never wear a hat. Therefore, you can tell the difference between.
I have a hat on.
Whoa, Jesus! Scared me so much I blasphemed.
Hello, I'm the town boy.
Hello, town boy.
This is Barry, the town boy.
Hello, Barry the town boy. Barry the town boy, you must, when you make your presence known, do it in a way that is surprising, that I might know you are Barry the town boy.
Ding dong, it's the town boy. Barry, I'm here. Like that?
Maybe if my back were turned, that would work.
Well, it's Barry's fondest hope to raise enough capital to one day purchase a bell. And until then, he just says, ding dong.
I see.
If you need errands while you're here, Goodman Vile, I'll run them.
Right.
You want me to make you a mediocre stew?
I would love a mediocre stew. That is exactly what I want. I would like you to go make me a mediocre stew in a very large cauldron.
Whoa. Wow.
Goodman Vile,
Yes, butcher.
the people of the town were discussing, and even though we've had you here many years,
Many years.
we realized
many,
that
many
no one ever
Long
asked
history.
when your birthday was. And so we decided that we would get together and just present you with this birthday card in celebration of
All right.
your birthday.
Very kind of you. It's
Let me see that.
all right. There you go.
Wow.
Yeah. Can I have it back? Thank you.
Goodman Vile. How long
Yeah.
have you been in the profession of witch elimination?
All my life. My father was a witch eliminator. My grandfather was a witch eliminator. It runs in the family. You apprentice from a very young age. When I was not much older than you, I assume. I started to apprentice in the witchmanship. Witching. Not witch, anti-witching. Reverse witching.
Wickershims.
That one.
Goodman Vile, now that I've
Yes! You have something to say.
now that I've given you bacon and presented you with the birthday
Yes.
card, and we've asked
Yes.
about your life,
Right.
I wonder if it wouldn't be too presumptuous to ask a favor of you.
A favor other than ridding your town of the witches that I have identified.
Well, it's about that. I was wondering which witches you've identified precisely.
Which you would like to know which witches in the past that I have identified.
No, which witches in Chesterville have you identified? I was just wondering which witches you had wonderfully identified.
Which witches should we watch out for? Which ones in what areas which they are witching in should we watch out for
You
when?
should watch out for the witches whose witching happens wherever witching tends to be a thing which you see.
Where we watch where witches? Or
You
we
should
wait
by
for
all
watch-
means watch out for witches and where they're witching so that you know which witch is witching and where the witching is happening.
I was just wondering if you could give us names. Is it like Goody Wilma, Goody Wanda. Which witch are we
names?
talking about?
It is the new one, Goody Anders.
Oh,
I'm sorry it's not alliterative, but that's just the facts.
I do find Goody Anders to be quite a nice lady.
That's how you know they're a witch. That's the first sign of witchery, is that when you meet them, you immediately think they're a nice lady. That should be suspicious to everyone. Have I
Did
not taught
I-
you anything? Have you learned nothing from me? Is there no negative way for me to state that you have learned nothing?
Normally, when you come, you merely eat a feast and you drink till you're in your cups, and we put a blanket over you when you're sleeping under the table, and then you leave the
Yes, we do.
following morning. So
That is
I
right.
would warrant to say that no, we've learned nothing from you. But I do not think she is a witch, sir. Have you ever been mistaken?
I have never been mistaken because A, I'm a man, and B, I'm not a woman. So I think you'll find that those two qualities make anything I say completely correct. Now, which house is she in?
The
Town boy, Barry. We do not know, sir. She's
You do
newly
not know.
arrived to town, and we
Oh,
have
you
not
do not
learned
know.
where
You
she's
do not know.
staying.
A witch is amongst you, and you do not know where she lays her head at night. You have no idea where this new person in your town resides. Well, I guess then in that case, we shall have to set fire to the entire town, starting with your butcher shop. So I hope everyone likes smoked meats, because that's what's coming.
Sir, I do like smoked meats, but I do
Then
not
you
like
don't need to fight about it.
bread.
Are we all fighting? Are we all fighting at one time? We're
Barry,
yelling.
you can't.
Yes,
Barry,
we're fighting
you
at one
can't
time
do
because I want to
that.
burn the whole house
just
down.
don't think
Listen,
that's
I'm
Listen,
going to
sir, I
start with
just-
your butcher shop. I'm gonna start with
You
your
come into
little
our
town.
town and you upend the apple cart, and when I tell you she's not a witch, she's not a witch.
There's an apple cart. I'm going to set fire to the apple cart too. I'm going to burn out the witch. Burn them all.
Goody Anders? Amelia! Sweet sister, I am cloaked in darkness, as is our dark lord, but rest assured I am fully naked beneath and smeared in the blood of many goats.
Oh, my goodness. Never has anyone prepared so very good.
Oh, my hair, yes. Here, let me loose it from these restraints.
Yes,
But it
just one
stayed in
moment.
the moonlight as it was intended. Is this your familiar, Amelia? A gentle owl.
How, Goody Smith, how do you know so many words and ideas?
I must confess, I have been studying witchery for quite some time. As soon as the concept was introduced, as soon as the preacher mentioned it in church, I thought, yes, that is what I want. I know he was telling it to us as something bad, but I could not help but want it as a good thing. To be a woman imbued with power, to have sisterhood and agency, to be able to beguile and charm. Are not these all things that women would want?
Yes, Goody Smith. I must say, I have gone from town to town not only wishing for a fresh start, but also to find respite. And Abel Vial has seemed to always be 2 steps behind. At this time, I anticipated where he would move next.
So we are to use some dark powers upon him to put an end to this problem once and for all.
Dark powers?
Yes,
Is that what people in the chat want? Dark powers or regular powers?
witchy powers. I guess the darkness is maybe a matter of perception, but yes, dark
Oh,
powers.
there it is. Yes, dark powers. You've named it exactly, good Samantha.
Summoning the spirits of lords beyond the god that we have known as children, summoning powers of the very earth itself.
Yes, the earth.
Goodman Vile, here in this split screen, beseech you, do not set fire to the town.
I'm burning down the entire town.
Then I have no recourse but to grapple with you silently.
Call upon the animals, the ones you know by names and the one that come to your tongue from your very mind, whose
Yes.
names you maybe have never spoken or heard before, but you say them now.
Yes, Azrael, the fox. Maleficent, the cat. Roger, the deer.
Yes.
Henrietta, the mockingbird.
Very good, yes.
Morpheus, the owl.
Speak from your loins, Samantha.
Beelzebub, the goldfish. Tiramisu, the cow.
Very good, yes.
All ye animals of field and forest, earth and sky,
Touch my
river
hand.
stream. Yes. Yes, please. We draw upon your powers. Powers more ancient than the church, more ancient than Christ. Powers that were forged as the very ground we stand upon was forged in
Yes.
fire.
Here they come, teeth bared, eyes flashing with the moon.
Yes. Here they come. Our minions by droves.
Yes, yes, exactly what I wish, to see many of them at once.
Yes.
Trotting quickly, their little feet and fins flapping wildly. Yes, a horde of elephants.
Yes, yes. A flock of doves.
Long-nosed, short-nosed.
A murder of crows. A
Yes.
mob of kangaroos. A school of fish.
Yes. And you, a true sister in all of it. Yes, Santa Claus.
Yes, yes. See how he feeds his hordes. Yes, Santa Claus, feed your hordes. Bring them to us.
He is the only man on our side.
Yes. All other men seek only to control us, to overcome us,
Oh,
to
yes, get the
disrespect us.
Kingies as well. The Kingies.
Yes, the koalis. Yes, the pangolins. Yes,
Yes,
Yes.
and even common house cats.
yes.
Come.
Oh, yes. So adorable.
Yes, so
Oh.
fierce. Claws and teeth they have. And that's
Yes.
what they think of us.
There you are.
Prehistoric creatures as well come up from the deep sand. Ah, yes.
Yes.
Abel Vile.
What-
We meet
What is this
again.
menagerie of beasts that you've conjured?
Yes.
There's a womprat and a muskrat and a goldfish and
You, Abel Vile, say your very sins before this jury of your peers, the animals.
Yes.
my sins are nothing. My sins are I've saved towns. I've
You have
made
burned towns. You have
I've
ruined
burned towns.
crops.
I've crushed witches with rocks. I've impregnated women who wanted children. I've drank more alcohol than any man possibly could. I've embezzled money. I've taken the Lord's name in vain, and I've set fire to innocent towns.
He tried to burn down the apple cart, and he was going to burn down the rest of the village too.
I tried to burn down the apple cart, but it was too filled with your delicious, juicy apples.
I grappled with him for a really long time, but he was too strong for me.
He is not too strong for us, Goodman Brookers. Though all men are terrible, you are the least terrible among them.
Thank you. That means a lot coming from you.
All the animals are closing in. Please, no!
Yes, animals, yes. Yes.
Yes, go. Yes, you, Toad.
Yes, you slaughtered a hippopotamus, yes. Yes.
Oh, yes, go. Yes, bite, gnash your teeth and growl. Rip, tear. Bring him back to the earth.
Rend him to pieces. May his blood fertilize this ground so that the crops may grow even stronger.
He
with
set
blood.
fire to me no less than 55 times.
And yet you stand still. Strong, pure, beautiful, powerful.
tired, exhausted, weakened. Truly. I said I came looking for respite.
And now you shall have it. He shall harangue you no more.
Yes.
And should any works need to be enacted with magic, I may enact them.
Yes, what else will you do for me, Samantha?
I shall bring you all the herbs for healing and rejuvenation. I shall gather them from the forest for you. I shall take your hairs that you shed, weave them into small dolls, so that your spirit may be dispersed upon this village and protect us all.
Yes. That's the kind of inspired thinking I have so longed for.
Yes, I shall
And-
collect your menses as you shed them with
All
each.
right. Yes, all right.
I'll see you back
just-
at the village.
Brickers?
Goodbye.
And we'll find a use for Brickers.
Yes.
Yes.
There is always a use for pliant men. Yes.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that was a witchy show.
We did it. Historically
Uh,
accurate, even.
100% historically accurate, perfect textbook.
You asked for it, you know.
Yep.
Sweet. You're going to see more of us individually later, but for now, please welcome tonight's musical guest, Folklore